Leonard Beatrice Jacobson.
Now, Menace, is that
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, now it does. But I was drawing a blank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leonard Beatrice Jacobson.
Well, I don't know about Lyndon B. Johnson, but I know that we be the Woody Show.
Hi.
Yeah, it's a pre-Friday. It's a Thursday morning. It's May 1st, 2025. Gina Grant's birthday. Happy birthday to Gina. Yeah, we got myself, Woody, Greg Gorey, Menace, Gina Grad, the birthday girl. Seabass is here. We got Sammy.
Morning.
Morgan is here taking your calls. 877-44-WOODY. Vaughn just walked through a couple seconds ago. Dude, you're mega ripe today.
Vaughn just wafted through.
Are you the highest that you've been in months? You've got to be, just by your smell.
I don't think it's that bad today, honestly.
Dude, it's ripe.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
it's still lingering.
I always notice it, but like today I'm like, oh wow. And I don't have a sensitive nose. I'm not like some kind of bloodhound or something.
No.
But good for you, man. That's good.
And you know what?
Thank you.
Did you get like a
sir.
new stash? Is it like real fresh or something? Or
Yeah.
I don't know how it works.
The bubonic
It's
chronic.
a new blend, my spring blend.
Spring
He
spring.
switched to a spring blend.
Oh, kind of like fuel. They
Yeah,
go with the summer
exactly,
blend.
exactly.
Yeah, gotcha.
And you know what? I support it because I really, really needed eye drops this morning. I'm like, who's going to have eye drops
Oh, yeah,
on
Vaughn.
the screw? And he had like the extra strength.
Yeah, Vaughn's always got it. Anyway,
Yeah.
Good morning, Vaughn. How are you? Let's see. Oh, so there was a little bit of drama over Gina's birthday cakes.
Yeah, so
Because we always have birthday cakes. Menace always goes to the grocery store and buys the birthday cakes. There's always multiple. How many
So
do we have?
many
We have-
birthday
we have-
cakes.
about 3 and then like a little, like 2 more side pieces. Like I know that you love carrot cake, so I got a little carrot cake
babe.
side.
Yeah.
That
It's
we
kind of
can-
your half birthday.
We can share. And then also some little 7-Up, like little tiny cakes.
7-Up
Little cake-
cupcakes.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've never
little-
seen those.
Yeah, little cake bites.
Huh? They're kind of lemony, I guess, like a citrusy.
We're gonna find out.
Yeah.
Like a lemony, limey kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
I've had the full cake version. But
Yeah?
these are little cake bites, so
Okay.
we'll see if they're good or
Yeah.
not.
What was the drama?
The drama is, okay, so I go to the same grocery store to get all these cakes. I
Yeah.
probably bought like over 80 cakes.
They're like,
from
oh,
this
here comes the
place.
cake guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's this weirdo cake guy that buys them at like 2 a.m. And here's the thing. When I they go, oh, can we help you with the cakes? Because I buy like 4 at a time, right? And they always grab them and then they flip them like sideways in the box, right?
Oh, to put them in a bag?
Or just to like set them down on the counter or something,
Oh,
right?
Just handling them cattywampus.
Yeah, and I'm just like, dude, okay, so this morning I kind of went off on the guy because he goes, oh, let me help you. I wasn't even asking for help. He goes, let me help you with the cake. So he grabs the box, and then he starts flipping it sideways again. I go, dude, the cake it's probably ruined now. And so we had to like reopen it because it's taped. And just to check on the cake. And now I look like the a-hole.
But was
because
it all messed up?
The cake wasn't messed up.
Oh.
But previously, another person at the same grocery store grabbed the cake sideways and totally messed up the cake. So, but now I look like the a-hole because now...
Nah, that's legit.
Yeah, now they're like, oh, Karen's here
had
for
to-
her
yeah,
cake.
he's like, oh, he had to reopen the box to
Yeah.
check if
Well,
the cake's
whatever.
okay.
They held
That's-
it sideways.
That's legit.
Yeah, but now...
It's really pretty.
Now they're looking at me sideways because I look like a freak.
Whatever.
Well, speaking of freaks, I like that the really beautiful, ornate, gardeny one has Greg's favorite animal on it.
Oh, butterflies on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Covered in butterflies.
It's very spring, you know?
I love it.
Yeah,
So
and then
pretty.
Gina was talking about how her husband and her son kicked off the birthday celebration last night.
Yep.
They cream pied her. They gave
got
her a
cream
cream
pie.
pie.
Yep.
Wow.
I've never heard of that. I mean,
A father-son duo.
yeah, father-son cream pieing the stepmother.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't find that online. Yeah, I love like French silk pie, chocolate cream pie. So they brought me out this giant, like heavy chocolate cream pie.
Hell yeah.
You can have pie for your birthday. It doesn't have to be cake, right?
You can do anything you want.
I
Whatever
love
you want.
They've gotten me strawberry pie. I love pie.
Yeah.
But those cakes look
But
incredible.
why do it on the birthday eve?
Because the kid has soccer today. It's going to be a whole thing.
Cancel
Ruins everything.
soccer. It's your
Yeah.
birthday.
I
It's a
know.
big day. I did remember that you said one of your favorite cakes is the yellow and with the chocolate frosting.
Aw,
they did.
babe.
They had over 200 cakes and none of those.
Basic
No
combo.
yellow cake?
Yeah, no yellow cake.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
like the most basic thing.
I know,
Yeah.
but they have
This
everything.
is not a basic bakery.
They have stuff that looks like Pikachu and like boba cakes.
Because not everybody likes chocolate cake.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
You know, chocolate icing, but maybe like a yellow cake with
white
chocolate
cake,
icing on it would be good.
And
Well, I can't wait to hack
And
into
Gina's
that.
still new here. She's like, "Oh, you don't have to get more than one
Yeah.
cake." And I was like, "Well, that's mostly because of Seabass because he complains.
True.
These are
I
garbage.
need this one cake. It's not
Yeah.
great.
Not great.
We need more options." And
Well,
he's gonna hate.
I'll go ahead and
he's gonna
eat
hate
all
all
of
these
them.
cakes too.
And once again,
So he's
Seabass.
going to house him to the face.
Once again, Seabass, here we go. Second day in a row in this moment, not in the studio to defend
Whoa.
himself.
Yeah.
once the cakes have been announced, I'm sure he'll. Be
Oh,
on.
he'll be in any moment.
He'll
Yeah,
complain
he's got a
and
nose for
eat
cake.
them.
But he'll have 10 bites of them.
Yeah. 877-44 Woody. Send us a text over to 22987. We got some of the trending news headlines.
Well, remember that little prank on Shedeur Sanders? We have an update. The NFL fined the Falcons $250,000 and their defensive coordinator, Jeff Ulbrich, $100,000 for that prank phone call on him during the draft. So it's unclear if Jeff will be passing any of this responsibility onto his son.
I would.
Yeah.
You just cost me $100
You
grand.
work that off.
$100,000, 21-year-old Jax who made the call, but I would. It was premeditated.
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved the call. I thought it was really funny.
Yeah, but somebody's got to pay.
But if I'm getting fined $100,000 for it, you bet your ass.
Yeah,
I'm,
that's on
I'm
you.
keeping all that birthday
How many
money.
cars are you going to have to wash? And Well, Jack saw the number on his dad's phone on the iPad while visiting his parents' house. He wrote it down to do the prank later on. So it was definitely premeditated.
Sure.
The Falcons, Ulbrich, and his son have all apologized. And the NFL says they're aware of other prank calls, by the way. For example, Abdul Carter, who went third overall, he said he received one too. Hashtag just pranking.
Wow.
Yep. The 34-year-old Palestinian student at Columbia University was just released from ICE custody. That's Mohsen Madawi. After a judge stepped in and said there was no reason to keep him locked up. Madawi is a legal U.S. resident. He'd been detained since mid-April after what he thought was a normal citizenship interview, but it turned into an arrest.
Oh, is this the guy from Columbia? He was a Columbia student? Oh, okay.
Indeed.
I don't recognize the names.
Yeah, the government claimed he was a threat because of his role in pro-Palestinian campus protests, but the judge disagrees. As soon as he got out, he called out the Trump administration. He led chants supporting Palestinian rights and free speech, and he's now free to return to Columbia, continue doing what he's doing. Scary scene last night during the Pittsburgh Pirates game against the Chicago Cubs. This guy fell 21 feet from the right field bleachers at PNC Park. It happened just after Andrew McCutchen hit an RBI double. Medical teams, cops rushed over to help. The guy's the fan's face was all bloody.
Oh, sure.
That's audio from what happened.
That's
And it
the
was-
actual audio.
He was put on a stretcher, taken to the hospital.
Sucks.
There was even a fan who jumped onto the field to help him, but we don't know if he knew the guy or how the guy fell. The game was delayed about 10 minutes while the players all took a moment to kneel and pray. But this dude dropped like a rag doll.
Yeah, and probably,
the video
probably
is
drunk.
crazy. That either some medical something or way too many beers. The U.S. and Ukraine just signed a huge deal, giving the U.S. access to Ukraine's valuable resources, like rare earth minerals, oil, gas. It's part of a bigger plan to boost Ukraine's economy and attract big global investors as the country's trying to rebuild during this war with Russia. Officials have also made it clear that companies that support Russia won't profit from Ukraine. It still needs approval from Ukraine's parliament before it's official, but it's definitely headed in that direction.
But doesn't it also give them some level of protection because the U.S. has a financial interest?
Yes.
Oh, for
and
sure.
then so they'll work to protect their interests.
Yeah. And like
so
you said,
even though it's not a NATO thing,
Right.
it's a way for
side
them.
deal.
It's a way for them to get some type of security.
yeah, and like you said before, also kind of recouping expenses.
Yeah,
Since there's been a lot sent
yeah,
over there.
much like the Falcons coach
Right.
and his son.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We
Maybe
gotta
he can make a
recoup.
mineral deal with his dad.
11 students who are mostly varsity lacrosse players at Syracuse High School turned themselves in after a hazing incident that went way too far. Apparently, they tricked the younger teammates into a fake outing and then staged a kidnapping with masks and fake weapons, even locked one student in the trunk. The whole thing was caught on video, too, because, you gotta, did it even happen in a video?
Exactly right.
You're my boy!
The local DA called it hazing on steroids and gave them 48 hours to surrender or face felony charges. School has since shut down the rest of the lacrosse season to deal with what it calls this toxic team culture.
Well, look, here's the thing. Stop being pussies. Maybe maybe the big team is not for you. You should play some intramurals. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Well,
otherwise
that's
it's
the
like
problem.
Otherwise, Greg, it's like sack up, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
the-
called sarcasm, Phyllis. Just in case anybody's wondering, start drafting your Crossroads email.
Right,
But
exactly.
What actually happened?
They kidnapped them. I mean,
And
and then
put 'em
went
in a
like, oh,
trunk.
but just kidding. But no, they actually did kidnap them.
I'm sure there was a lot
That's
of
not
pants.
a real
peeing.
kidnapping.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
that's
it
your
was
fake
because
weapons.
they did take them.
Your
Yeah, but it's
teammates.
not like,
yeah.
but you're not really being kidnapped.
But but if you hold up like a convenience store with a fake weapon, you're still getting charged.
Right.
But this is
Because they weren't giving the kids back. Like I thought the authorities ended up having to be like, you have to like basically bring them back within 24 hours, or you will
Is that
get
right?
charged with
I don't
kidnapping.
know. No, I just remember like there's a video I saw recently over the last 6 months or so where this guy pulled up behind this truck, and then these guys with masks and crowbars all jumped out, surrounded the car, pulled the husband or boyfriend or whatever out of the car and had him on the ground. Look, they were beating the crap. The woman's freaking out. Screaming, and then all of a sudden the guy gets up from the pile and he has an engagement ring.
Oh no,
that was pretty awesome.
No.
you
Did you see that
imagine
one, Menace?
marrying
Yeah.
someone like that?
Oh my
I'm touched
god.
by
Emotional terrorist.
Literally.
She
I
was
would-
freaking
I'd
out.
say no to the proposal.
I would say no, absolutely not.
I'm like,
always-
wow, how creative, huh, babe?
I know.
Please. I always said the worst way you could ever be proposed to is a jumbotron. We have a new winner. That is disgusting.
Yeah. So it wasn't a real crime. See,
Oh
guys?
no, it's
Yeah.
adorable.
Oh,
It's
okay.
romantic.
Sounds like nobody wants to have fun around here.
Now,
That's true.
Here's a question. Okay, so they picked him up or what? Now, when you go to join a fraternity, or in this case, the lacrosse team,
Yeah.
just throwing this out there, I could be complete. Aren't you somewhat like, because based on other things that you've heard about, like there's going to be some type of
This is
initiation or some type, like you don't know what to expect, but you're
Yeah.
expecting something. So I would think that if I was all of a sudden picked up, kidnapped in this particular case,
I would know what was
I would be
going
like,
on.
is this part of the?
Yeah.
I'd be sitting there like to the kidnapper. Is this part of the lacrosse
Are you
team?
guys fun and
I'm
me?
so excited to play with you guys.
I'm like,
This is
this
going to be amazing.
This is the mildest thing I've ever heard when it comes to this stuff.
But
And it's
also-
blown up as such a big deal.
But this was high school, so like they're like not just maybe they're minors. They are minors.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true too.
I
something to think
also
about.
had this happen to me in high school with a group of friends where I got kidnapped and
Yeah.
but I got taken to a pizza place.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I did that too.
Yeah.
We would all get quote kidnapped, and then they would, make you dress in something crazy and do your hair all wild and your makeup gross and make you go to school like that, and your friends
Do
would do
your
that to you on your
makeup
birthday.
gross.
Your makeup gross.
Yeah, because it wasn't, to make you look bad, and they kidnap you on your
Frosted
birthday
eyeshadow.
and bring
So
you out in
you
public.
did this.
Oh my God, girl, that wing is effed up.
But you were out in public. I mean, it wasn't like
Oh,
they were actually hiding
you
you
imagine?
somewhere.
Wow.
Can you imagine
The
being
trauma.
seen in public with gross makeup?
Wow.
No, it was like a
Yeah.
toddler did your
Oh,
makeup.
It sounds like you went through more traumatic experience
Yeah.
than they did.
Than a
Don't get me
kidnapping.
wrong,
Yeah.
dude. I'm telling you, those cheer girls, they're crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine if your makeup looked gross
Oh,
for an
my
entire
God.
day?
My God.
Grounds for dismissal.
At band camp?
And your
It
ponytail
was
was
just
sideways.
friends. It wasn't a cheer thing.
Well, heads up.
torture.
This is a big deal, you guys. This is economic big news. The penny might be finally going away.
Good.
Yeah, a bipartisan group of lawmakers just introduced the Common Sense Act. Yeah, that kind of sense. Which would end penny production and round all cash transactions to the nearest 5 cents. No change for digital stuff like debit and Venmo and all that. The pitch is that pennies are expensive AF. Here's the deal. It costs 4 cents to make a single penny. So we're losing money left
course
and
it
right.
does.
U.S. Mint lost $85 million just cranking out pennies last year. These are the coins most people leave in their cup holders, or of course, if you're Seabass, you just throw them on the ground.
because
Yeah.
wait, what a waste of time.
Yeah,
Exactly,
it's
he
too much
agrees.
time.
Okay, so people, I get it. Let's get rid of the penny.
Fine.
It makes sense.
Okay.
Sense.
It makes sense.
Is getting bum 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 bum.
So hands, but okay, so that makes it bipartisan, right?
Yeah.
So everybody's on board. Why can't we do the same thing with daylight saving time? Like
Thank
we
you.
keep
Yeah.
talking about it. Everybody seems to be on board. The majority of people in the country seem to be on board with it. How long could that take if it got brought up for debate?
A couple
don't
hours?
know.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
talking about it for what? Yeah, let's just call it,
Years.
spend one single day on that. We spend all this time on all these other things and the pomp and circumstance of
Yep.
people getting up there
Red
and speaking
tape.
for 24 hours at
Yep.
a time just to make a point. Which okay, fine, I get that's part of the process.
That's cute.
But like This is such a small. Like, look, let's just knock this out.
Thank you. And shouldn't we be highlighting bipartisan stuff right now where
Yeah.
everybody agrees?
Yeah, let's
I'm
find
with
some
you.
of these things that we can all agree on.
Yes.
Knock those out.
Yes.
Right.
And if it's something that somebody disagrees with, make a list and then don't vote them back into office.
There you
Yeah.
go.
You know?
And that's what's going on, Woody.
All right. Thank you, birthday girl, Gina Grad.
You're welcome.
We're going to take a break. We got some more Woody Show coming up for you next. Hang on.
More next. Maybe.
The Woody Show.
More Woody Show next. Alt 98.7. LA's new alternative.
Ozempic, but in a pill? Yep, it's oral